Okay, hopefully third time's a charm. Getting phone calls and distractions. Haven't made a video in a long time. You'd think, the first time I'm making a video, I would put a pipe in my mouth and whatever. A lot of stuff going on. My life's been really busy and hectic. Just to give you a rundown, not working at the call center anymore. That wasn't working out. Just to give you a heads up on what happened. When I got hired there in January, and when I got hired, I was told then that they could work with my school schedule in August, because that was basically the whole reason why I moved to Seattle, so I could go to school here. So when I got out here, when I got the job, that is, I got on, we talked about that, that worked out. What I didn't realize is the history of this company. Before I came on, they had lost 4 supervisors in the last 9 months. 2 months after I'd been there, I had 2 bosses quit, like my direct supervisors. And then, like a couple of weeks, well, actually, I think that was right around the same time, we had 2 other supervisors, like my peers at that point, quit. That's not a good sign, but I didn't see any of that. So I went through 2 more bosses, like 2 more of my own supervisors. So when I first came on, I had 2 of my bosses quit, and then like 2 months later, 2 more we'd already gone through 2 other bosses. So when this last lady that I worked for, she came in and took on all that stuff. I told her, hey, I got school and I got accepted into this program, and I was told when I came on, we could work this out. She basically was like, well, let's wait and see and look at your PTO and whatever and see if you have the time off, because I'm not positive that we could work with it, which is total BS, because they had already told me that they could, and to go back on that is, in my opinion, wrong. But I'm young and dumb and didn't get it in writing. That's what everybody's told me now. I just took them at their word. Can't do that in America anymore. So, a month out, I'm talking to her, like, hey, 4 weeks, I got my first week of class. And just to give you a heads up, my program isn't even like, every day, every week. We meet once a month for 10 months. And we only meet on a weekend. And the kickoff month in August and January is a week long. So a month out, I said, hey, I got the PTO. I can take plenty of time off. PTO, paid time off. Just so everybody knows, I have plenty of PTO to do that. So I was going to take my own PTO to go to school that weekend, or that week, that is. And it was Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. And she said, okay, well, schedules are changing soon, so let's see if you're even going to need to take that time. So we waited and we waited and waited, and then I didn't get the schedule that I needed. And then, like a week before, she was like, I'm not accepting any PTO. So I couldn't even take the PTO that I'd already earned and would have had plenty of time off. So, and if I were to not show up for work, obviously, for, 4 or 5 days straight, I'd get fired. So, that was my plan, that, I was going to quit the Friday before school, so the Friday before the Monday that school started. So, because I would have been fired either way, and I wasn't certainly going to get fired over something that I was promised, so I just quit. So, that sucks. But school was awesome. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a Christian. And you know, this is kind of like a seminary-esque program, and it's awesome. And you know, frankly, I totally love Jesus, and this schooling is not making that any less. That's for sure. So it's rough, you know. It's weird to go from just a totally crappy situation and going right into a really, really good situation, but with the background of like crap, like don't have a job and I don't really know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to pay for school. You know, right now, you know, Kelly and I can you know, barely barely get enough groceries, and it's just it's strange to be in a place like that. You know, when you didn't really want to and you had all the abilities. That it's weird how one person can just thwart all of that, and it bugs me. So now we're just, you know, living in faith and trusting that God will provide what we need. You know, we have no, even if I were to get a job, even if I were to get a job that paid more than my last job, I still have no way to pay for school. So, you know, we're just praying for generous donors. we're praying that God would just provide in that way. So we're just, you know, living in faith right now, I guess. So hopefully I will be smoking a pipe more often now that I got all this free time. I'll be smoking a pipe and hopefully making some more videos. I just, you know, just a shout out to all you guys. I got a bunch of messages about where I've been and whatever, and I got a bunch of messages saying that Secret Tobacconists weren't really good. Unfortunately, I also got some that said, hey, you know, where the hell's my tobacco? You know, I just set this stuff up. I tried to get people to send it. I won't out anybody. I don't know who was, you know, here's the thing. I'll just be real with you guys as far as the process. I got a ton of applicants. I got a ton of people in there. I lined them all up. The first time I did it wrong, and I had to go back and send everybody their thing again. But that second time, I had somebody sitting over my shoulder watching me do it, so I didn't make any mistakes like that again. So after it was out, I promised that I would delete all of the contact information. I was not going to let anybody's, you know, personal information sit on my computer. I didn't think that was right. So frankly, I don't even know who Secret Tobacconist anybody was. So if you haven't got something yet, you know, I appreciate the generosity in getting it out. I think that was a big part of it, right? That we, you know, you kind of have to trust, put yourself out there and risk that something might happen and you might not get tobacco back, but that you were generous enough to get it to somebody else, even though you weren't guaranteed it yourself. So, you know, I apologize to folks who I don't know if everybody got tobacco yet, but if you don't get it at all, you know, I apologize for that. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess that's on me. Hopefully I'll smoke a pipe here soon and get it out there for you guys. You know, for those who are the praying sort, especially amongst my Christian brethren out there, just keep me in your prayers, and hopefully something will work out here, right? So keep smoking. Have a good one. Smoke a pipe on me today. Just want you to know, you guys were all my thoughts for the past month. I just, you know, didn't have the time to get on here and do this thing. So have a good rest of your day, and hopefully we'll be seeing each other here soon. Later.